My name is Vena Chen, and welcome to my studio. And today I'm going to try to introduce how to draw the rock. The rock, if you do the landscaping, that's a very main part, how technically you have to learn. Basically you have to learn. But also, rock play the supporting role for the flowers, for the plants. And also, it stands by themselves to show their elegant appearance. So let's try do the rock. Thank you. Doing the Chinese painting, we have to learn how to do the rock, so-called rock and the tree line. They are different than they just draw lines. They have a special way to do it. So we have to need to practice. They're not too hard, not too angle, and not too soft. But you have to show the rocks and the trees are hardness. That's how the way you show the hardness. So we have different technique to learn how to draw line. That means you use the brush, either hard brush or mixed brush. You have to hold the brush and roll in the brush. So just roll your brush. So this way no sharp angle coming up. But in the meantime, you can show the hardness. So that's the technique we call the rock and the tree line. So you cannot do the too soft. So too soft. This no good. So this one no good, and no sharp turn either. So this doesn't, because the rock is wetted for so many years. They don't have any sharp angle. So those no sharp turn. So that's no good either. So what you do is just roll your brush and do the breaks. See, when they have need a break, just roll your brush. Just by rolling. So this way you don't have the sharp line. Just turn easily. And show the roughness. So that's why we're doing the rock and the tree line. So we need to practice those. Show the hard, but no soft, no sharp turn. So the basic practice. Thank you. And we all know the rock, and everything else that have 3 dimensions. That's why I try to, for example, we draw a box. We draw a regular box, right? We just draw a box. And you all know, they draw the box, this have the top, and this is the front, this is the side. So when we do the rock, it will be the same thing. See? When we do a rock, they will be the same thing. They will have the top, they have the side, they have the front. Then how we going to make the shade so they will look like a 3 dimension? So the Chinese painting, we have all kinds of ways to do the shading. So the first one is we call the dotting. They just use the dotting method to do the shading. And some people, artists like to use they call the hammer. This is hammer cutting technique. Just like a hammer cut. So they use this kind of technique. And the popular one is the hand wrinkling. They call hand wrinkling. So just use like a fiber. But because this way you can see the rock surfaces are always not even. So in this method, you show the rock, the surface is rough, rugged. So anyway, you have to show the rock is ragged, and you have to show the shade. So that's why Chinese use all kinds of the way to produce this image. So this I just use the simple one. There's many kind. And also, when you do the rock boneless method, then you don't need all this. They just use the darker or lighter or something to show all the shading. So that's the many other techniques we have to learn later. Thank you. Now I'm going to start from beginning to finish how we do basically draw a rock. So first is outline. We outline the shape of the rock. You use dry brush. Use dry hard brush. Do the outline. You use dry hard brush. Then you want to put some little ones on the side. It's fine. See, it's your little rock. So you get this outline down. You can use a little, like a guideline, to make your face. This way you have a little guideline to make the face what you want to do. So second one, we're going to do the shading. Right? We're going to do shading. I told you before, I'm going to use the hand wrinkling technique to the shading. The technique is, see the light part, you barely touch the paper at the beginning. Then you get it down little harder and harder. But in the beginning, you barely touch the paper. Okay, you draw the fiber. Yeah, in the beginning, very light. Then you get into the dark area, you emphasize more. But the technique is, this way show the rock is ragged. Yeah, always closing each other. You can add a little more, but it's the same thing was here. You do the same thing. Yeah, come to the bottom, you can do a little wider. And so with the little one, you do the same thing. Too little, you just. So that's you shade them. That, and another step is, what you can do is put the grass, call them weeds, put the grass on. You can do that first, the third step, or you can do after washing. But usually, they say you better do that now, because later on, when you wash, you may mess them up. So that's why I always do the dotting first. Use dark ink. This meantime is emphasize your shade too. See, put some grass on the top. on the rock. See, you bring the line much clearer too. The rock line much clearer. And also, we believe the rock themselves just like a bare body. So you put some dots on, means to give them some clothes. Put on some clothes, then look much better. So this way, I like to put the glass on first. Then I use very light ink, use a soft brush. I use soft brush with very light ink to wash over. Yeah, with very light ink. You use very light ink. This was just to emphasize the lighting. So this is the last step. So it's washing. So this way you bring out the shape of the rock. And so that means the 4 simple steps. Each rock you're supposed to go over this 4 steps. And this eventually you draw those rocks no line. Then you don't need to go through all the 4 steps. So sometimes after that you can use something. You can dot in some grass on the side. This means you show this rock is it's always make them looks good. So you can dot in some grass on the side. So that's basically that's how we do one rock, regular rock. Thank you. So I just showed the simple way steps how to draw a rock, and also I touch a few of all different shape of rock, so you can check out too. And the next session we're going to do the orchids. So that's going to be more interesting. And make sure you check the material list. Thank you.